Is that MF Doom?
What are you guys doing?
My
Hey.
cocaine.
We don't have to sync it up.
Their headlines are infuriating.
There's toys and there's toys.
Shazam.
Not a big thing in Asia.
And there's no effort put in.
That was a little weird, right?
And it's two monkeys, two baboons.
Old.
The Little Mermaid.
They're mandrills. Welcome to the XYZ podcast. This is episode 45. I'm millennial producer Tony, joined as always by our host, Gen X Brian.
Hey, everybody. Good evening.
And Gen Z Winston.
Hey, everybody. Good evening.
What?
It's a very white Winston tonight.
White.
I'm dreaming of a white Winston.
It would fit the name more, if we're being honest.
Well, I didn't realize we were like going live, starting the show going live.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I bring us on, that's it, man.
All right.
Hold on,
Well,
I gotta open chat so I can keep up with the good stuff.
Get his
Yeah.
news.
Yeah,
people joining in to see Winston's musing on all things.
Right,
I don't know.
exactly. That's what we're here for. All right, I can see Chad. We're live and
We just got done with another Thanksgiving holiday. We're
Yeah.
into the Christmas season.
I do want to follow up to like the last episode about like Thanksgiving
Yeah.
stuff. I actually did have like a traditional American Thanksgiving this year, and I think
Did you have a turkey, or
I did
you
have turkeys, and I did have ham, both at the same time.
Did you have a disgruntled political argument with a drunk uncle?
No, there was no
Oh,
uncle around. This
Then it
year.
wasn't
No.
totally typical American.
No,
It was
no.
Thanksgiving.
It was just like the immediate family. So it was like me, my parents, and my sibling, my older brother, and his wife, and the kids. So it was a close knit, like, I don't know. So there was no family drama this year around. So.
Well, that's good. Tony, your review of dressing versus stuffing came in handy because that did come.
Oh
up,
yeah,
so
did
that
you
was-
like
go.
flex to everyone?
Well, I think we all have called it stuffing, and I believe stovetop is the problem, is the reason for that.
There you go. That's
I mean,
exactly
that's
what I
stuffing,
had
right?
though too. It's good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stovetop is fantastic. My wife
Yeah.
went and made some really good. It was a combination of biscuits, cornbread, and I think one other thing,
For the
non-traditional
stuffing?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
I always thought that stovetop, like it's that's the only thing that it is. There's instructions for it, but it's like surely, like everything else, there is other uses for stovetop, and it's just dry bread with seasoning. And I
Yeah.
thought this would be great as croutons on a salad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Imagine using stovetop on a salad.
That
That'd
sounds
be
kind of
freaking
cool.
good.
Yeah. That
So,
sounds
I
super
mean,
good.
In the era of crossover everything, I mean, why not?
Right.
Stovetop croutons. Speaking of the era of crossover everything, gearing up for the Thanksgiving meal, paid a visit to the liquor store. In the liquor store, I actually saw in person the things that we've talked about now. I saw the Sunny D booze beverages.
Nice.
I saw, of course, the Mountain Dew ones. The one that I had not seen in the wild before, but did, the Dunkin'. The
Oh, no
Dunkin'-
way.
Yeah,
Oh my
the
God,
drunken
yeah.
Dunkin' is.
They've got
We were talking about
coffee
those,
ones and
yeah.
they've got tea ones. I
The
think.
tea one is, I think that's just like twisted tea type thing, no?
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
it was just weird. We were walking by and I'm like, there's Mountain Dew, there's Sunny D, there's Dunkin' Donuts.
Wait,
Or we
so
don't
did you
call it Dunkin'
buy?
Donuts.
Did you buy any of them?
I did not. I
No.
did not. I look at those as I look at celebrity endorsed liquor brands. It's like
That's so funny.
it's like just a cash grab.
It's
get
so
me.
yeah. No, I was gonna say it's so funny you said that because the very next thing I was gonna ask you was, did you see the LeBron James Hennessy bottle?
Oh man, no, I
Yeah.
did not. I'm generally not perusing the Hennessy though.
But it's so funny. Like me and my friends have like made it like a thing to be like, oh yeah, we gotta get the LeBron James Hennessy so we can feel the king inside of us. So
Well, that's
yeah,
that could be taken
exactly.
a few different ways.
No,
Yeah.
that's the point of it. Is it's gonna get taken the wrong way.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyway,
Well, then
Trickling-
we've got
trickling
to
down your throat.
we got to keep having follow-ups then, because I have written down. We've had two things mentioned last episode. I want to bring the other one up later, but Winston, we got to get a lobster story.
oh jeez. Oh, my lobster story.
Your
My
lobster
act-
story. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
You mentioned it.
Well, clearly
okay.
it's traumatizing, Tony.
It is
Sure,
okay.
man.
So I'll tell the story. I don't know if it's a good story, but
Does this have anything to do with why you can't swim?
No, that was a separate story. No.
Okay, well, I didn't know if they.
Yeah, I
they
went.
could-
I went lobster hunting, and
Right,
no,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
A sucker clamped onto my
Yeah,
ankle, man, and I was done.
it was dragging me down.
Yeah, man.
So I was about 8 years old, and so my brother came back to Vietnam at the time, and so we went on like a sibling vacation. Like my parents didn't go; it was me, my older brother, and my older sister,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
their friends. Yeah, so we went. Like it was funny because I was like a 7-year-old, like 8-year-old kid. And so we took the train. It was the same trip where kids were throwing shit at the train window.
Oh.
Yeah, the cow turds. Yeah. And so, which, by the way, update to that, I asked him about it the other day. I was like, yeah, you remember the cow turd that was tossed at our window? He goes, I don't think it was cow turd. I think it was human turd. And I was like,
Oh, that's
yeah,
way
so-
worse.
Let's just
That's
keep
way
thinking
worse.
they're cows.
Yeah,
just cows.
yeah.
These-
Exactly.
Dry.
It's right. And so we went on that vacation, and it was like we had like a beachfront hotel and everything. It was super nice. And it was like the second to last day there, we were all, we went to this one restaurant, and my brother goes, man, the prices of lobster here are real cheap. Like maybe we should like get some lobster. And I've never had lobster ever in my life at that point. I said, okay, whatever. And so we ordered some lobster. It was all boiled and it was super fresh or whatever. They brought it out on the plate. But when I was a kid, like eating lobster, there wasn't like a dipping sauce. There was nothing marinated onto, like it wasn't stir fry or anything like that.
You didn't have a thing of butter? I thought that was like standard.
Right. So that would be like an American thing. And I'm about to explain to you like the way we did our dip. So over here it would be like a melted butter oil type situation, right? Over there, I don't remember what they ate, but I know what I ate, and it was butter mixed with sugar. It's super weird. So you get like a little plate, they'll throw a scoop of butter on there, and they'll just pour some sugar on it, and you basically mix it all up together. It's gonna be like in chunks, but what you do is you just dip your like you scoop it up with the lobster, so it'd be a little sweet and tangy taste to it. I was like, I love this. I'm a kid, so I love sugar. I ate it. Everything was fine.
Sugar and fish and butter.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, everything was great. The very next day, I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel good, but it's whatever. It's like our last day. We're just going to head back. So we got on the train. Everything was fine. I slept through it, got back to my my house. And then I got food poisoning.
No.
And it was like the bad type of food poisoning where I literally couldn't stop shitting myself like all the
Coming
time.
out both ends. Yeah.
Yep. I was throwing up, and like the reason why I'm scared to eat lobster is till this day I'm afraid I'm gonna get food poisoning again. I'm telling you, again, I was 7, I was 8 years old, so it's okay. I woke up in a puddle and it was not fun. And I was like, yeah, and so like I literally was just like, I swore to my life, I was like, I'm never eating, a lobster ever again in my life. But my family goes, well, everyone else ate it and they were just perfectly fine. It must have been something else. I was like, I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I
Not
got real
having it
sick
again.
eating like shrimp at Red Lobster once, but
Well,
it
that was your mistake.
maybe. But
The
yeah,
lobster tie-in.
you just gotta take that as a challenge to be like, I'm not gonna eat shrimp again because I got sick once. Like,
right. I
can
don't know.
tell you, I'm not eating Taco Bell again, and I'm not eating Subway again.
Yeah,
Those
that's what
are
I was gonna say.
those are the
Exactly.
two instances that I got. So I'm not darkening their doorways ever
Right.
in my lifetime.
So Subway and Taco Bell to you is what lobster is to me, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah,
interesting.
so yeah.
You say that about the butter though, but I was just going, a freaking like a honey butter
honey
Yeah,
butter.
sugar
on some
butter, there you go.
lobster might be really freaking good.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
You know what you gotta do, Tony, is you gotta get, some fresh lobster. You go to the Whataburger, just buy like 3 of their like honey butter, like, dipping sauce, and then you just go crazy with it.
Might be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't eat like lobster.
Gotcha.
Even now, like my girlfriend would be like, "Hey, would you want to come over and eat some lobster with my family?"
I
I'm
do
like,
not.
I can't. Yeah. I was like, so like
Like a
anything that resembles sort of a lobster, I just avoid. So like I'll eat like shrimp, but if it's like fully peeled and like fried, but I won't eat like a raw shrimp type thing. Not raw shrimp, but like where it's like boiled.
Like boiled?
Yeah,
when
boiled
it's-
shrimp.
where
I
it's
wouldn't
not
eat
fried,
boiled
yeah.
shrimp. I wouldn't eat crawfish either. I don't do crabs. I don't do
You're missing out on
lobster.
so much good,
I
man.
know.
Like a
Crab
good
Crab cakes are amazing.
crab or a lobster roll. Oh,
Okay, maybe I'll do a lobster roll off the fact that it's shredded. Like I would do that. I don't know. I hate food where you gotta break it to eat it like I'm some caveman. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like I'm not big on crab legs.
Right.
Like if I'm at the beach and I go to like a buffet That's the time to eat crab legs because you're paying probably like $30 a plate, and then it's just that's what you eat. You get to the buffet, you just get plate after plate of crab legs until you get sick of them.
Going that there's a buffet of crab legs?
It's Golden Corrals, Brian.
What beach are you going to that doesn't have seafood buffets?
Well, hold on. Well, if he's going to the beach,
a seafood buffet.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think he's going to a buffet if he's going to the beach.
You gotta find a seafood buffet.
I've never
seen
one.
You just eat plate after plate of crab legs, and it's not till you're full. It's just till you get sick of eating them. Either you're like, I want something else, or you go, my fingers hurt. And then you go get all the fried stuff on the buffet and fill up. But you eat your money's worth of crab legs first. But I'm never the person where they're just like, if you go out to like Red Lobster or something, and they're like, and you can add crab legs to your steak for another $25. And I'm going, not a chance. No, there's no way.
That's so funny you said that. My girlfriend is that type of person. Like, we would go to a steak restaurant and they'll be like, would you want to add like a lobster tail for an extra 25? And she's like, of course. I'm like, why? It's like, you want to do a surf and turf? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they asked me, man. So
how far inland are we? No,
yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Yeah, imagine that. Lobster in Atlanta, Georgia.
I mean, that's generally my rule of thumb for seafood. I mean, I know we're 5 hours from the coast, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's the closest we are. So it's feasible that they could get, that they're bringing stuff in off the shore and getting it to Atlanta, and it's there for a day. But generally, my new rule of thumb is like I'm eating seafood if the water's like in sight.
Right. But like back to like my point though, Brian, like how do you feel about like the fact that you have to like break up their like scale and all of that stuff just to enjoy your food? Like,
this may come as a surprise. I've never eaten lobster. I've never had lobster.
But you have crabs. You have king crab. Yeah. So
I've had crab.
You still have to break their shell to be able to eat it, no?
Right. But generally, if I'm going to the beach, we do a low country boil when we go to the beach. So that does involve peeling a lot of shrimp. So, I mean, you got to, it's a lot of work, it seems, to get at all that meat.
Yeah.
But I believe I've had crabs before, not or food.
I don't. That's why like I don't like any of that, and so it's even funnier when sometime I would eat dinner with my girlfriend's family, and they would do shrimp, but it's like fully like skin, like they never peeled it off, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? The legs is still on it. I don't like that. Yeah.
Do they just slide it out? Do they have some technique where they kind of like
No, you just have to like pop the whole thing and peel it like by hand before you can eat it.
We would do that when we go to the beach and then clean them out, and then we always talk about you got to remove their poop shoots.
Yeah, so like, you do the line pull. Yeah.
Which is super gross, but on the other hand, it's like, well, okay, it is just dirt. Then we just decided that it was worth the extra whatever $25 to just get them already peeled and cleaned. Right, because it's a lot of work.
We've been talking about shrimp for way too long, but I will add one more thing. When I was in high school, I was ridiculed because again, I went to a private Christian school. I was ridiculed for eating shrimp because it's shellfish. They don't think that it's like appropriate to eat shellfish because they're bottom feeders. Like according to the Bible or whoever.
That's fine, man. You ever had a catfish? That's delicious.
It's so good. It's so good.
Bottom feeder, delicious.
Yeah. But I will say this: they literally goes, "Oh, you're eating shrimp? That's the cockroach of the sea." And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, man. If you think about it, they got like 8 legs." They both got like really crunchy shell. That's a cockroach to me. And I was like,
yeah, man, but they're delicious cockroaches.
Yeah, listen, John the Baptist ate locusts, so who cares?
Exactly.
Freaking suck it.
But yeah, anyway, just move on from shrimp.
Okay, well, I've got an abrupt left. It is it's time for Unk Check.
Oh God!
I'm
checking who, me?
I like that somebody else has a segment. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we know Tony is now a biological uncle, so I'm not unchecking him, and I wouldn't call him Unk in that case.
Right.
Over the break, both my kids were home and did hear that the Sassy Man apocalypse is still alive and well out there in the world. Okay. That's still happening, but I got a slang word, Tony, for Winston to see if he. I wouldn't expect you to know, but I let's see. This will determine how old.
Okay, well, if you put it out and like I know it, I will ask Tony to explain it. But if I don't know, then okay.
The word is huzz.
I do know it.
Huzzz. Huzz.
Yeah, huzz.
Can you use it? Okay, so you do know what that is.
No, I can't use it. I can't use it as a sentence. It would give it away. But Tony, just what do you think huzz means?
Huzz. Huzzes.
I asked as in huzzah.
No, it is not
No,
as
it's
in
not
huzzah.
huzzah.
Okay.
No, it's-
Huzzah, which-
I'll give you a hint. It's referring to something or
it's
someone.
what,
Well,
so what-
that's what slang is. So thank you. Appreciate that. It's a word.
Yeah.
this is the dictionary with Winston.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is it an adjective? Is it a noun?
It is
It's a noun.
It's a descriptive noun.
Oh, So an adjective?
No,
it's not
it's a noun. But
No,
I'm just
ignore
saying-
the descriptive. It's just
Okay,
a
yeah,
noun.
It's
yeah.
a noun. It's a noun.
Huzz. Is it derogatory?
Yes.
But no. Yes, but
yes
no.
and no. Yeah.
No.
This is really it's a slang word for a previous slang word. I guess is the best way.
See, I didn't know that part. I guess who knows? Maybe
maybe Winston
well,
doesn't know. Winston,
maybe
use
I
it in a
don't.
sense. Let's see. Like, you seem
no,
to
I
know what
can't. If I use it in a sentence, it's gonna give it away. So I want Tony to at least give up first. before I do.
I don't know.
Okay.
you use it in a sentence and see if you can get it. Context
okay.
clues. He probably can, but yeah, this is
Okay. Yeah. The gym teacher would yell at student to impress the huzz.
Oh, hussies.
What's
oh,
hussy?
that's it. That
Am I close?
What is that? What is hussy?
What's another former word for that sounds like huzz? Where my huzz at?
Hose. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna guess.
Yeah.
And I went, it seems too obvious.
It seems
It
too
is,
obvious, but
okay.
yes, I was like, it's less. It's not. I don't think it's used derogatory. I don't think it's derogatory.
Yeah, I think
it's used
it's
as
for classy
playful and
hoes.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for escort, not prostitutes.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
For
Huss
the,
is
for the classy bitches.
Yeah,
exactly.
Huss is hilarious because it's literally like it's spelled H-U is it
ZZ.
H-U yeah, H-U-Z-Z,
In fact,
right?
in fact, that's what I was doing as we went to air. I was texting my daughter to make sure I got the spelling correct.
So hold on, Brian. So how did that come about? How did you find out about that word?
Oh, she must have said it or referenced it or
Yeah.
something or read a text, and I was like, "What is huzz?
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
that mean?" And she's like, "It's
Yeah.
like hose, but not derogatory. It's sort of
Yeah.
It's like okay,
There's-
that's a slang of a slang almost.
Right.
It's their word and they're taking it back.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're
There's-
blessing its power.
Yeah.
There's that term, and then right now, like another kind of saying or word that's trending along the side of it is "fine shit." It's
What?
like
Oh,
fine shit, but shit
like-
is spelled S-H-Y-T.
Oh, like that's some fine shit.
Yeah, but you're referring it to like it's a lot of time it's a dude trying to pick up girls. So it would go like if a guy like if I were to come up to a girl, I'd be like, "Oh, salutation, fine shit. How you doing?"
That's
Like I kid you not, that's literally what they're all doing nowadays. But it again,
And someone's
these,
fallen for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exact. Thank you.
all
Thank you,
of
Tony.
these words are popularized by Twitch streamer, not us, but Twitch streamer.
Huzz?
So Huzz and fine shit is I think yeah, like it's definitely floated around the internet elsewhere, but like because it goes on to Twitch, that's how things blow.
Well, Winston, you've redeemed yourself. You edged back a couple of months from full unk status. Then I really thought with a girlfriend and with your increasing age that you might not
I
get
know,
that
man.
one.
Yeah, Winston,
Yeah.
you're edging.
Oh god, I was edging, not anymore.
Goon
Yeah, I'm
squad.
gooning now. I think the reason why I know it is because despite being like 25 years old, I still like kind of keep up with a lot of like the
Still
Twitch
get you.
streamer that kids nowadays watch, and so that's why I know of it.
So
Yeah.
when you say keeping up with the Twitch streamer,
Mhm.
that are you watching?
No, never. I don't unless it's our stream, like one of us streaming. I don't watch actual stream. Like I'll watch clips of it instead.
Clips on the TikTok.
Because it's more
Gotcha.
digestible that way. Like
Gotcha.
I don't think.
Let me take this moment to say when I say on the TikTok, I'm joking. I would do that all the time, like to put a "the" in front of it.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like I'm getting to that age, especially with the gray beard. Like he's actually calling it the TikTok. The kid.
It's so funny you said that because I did the same thing to my roommate Josh earlier. I texted him and goes, "Hey, where you at?" And he said, "Oh, just went to Whole Foods." And I was like,
Whole Foods.
"What are you getting at the Whole Foods?" He was like, "Why'd you text it like that?" But instead of him like associating with me being old, he goes, "Why do you sound like Starfire from Teen Titan? Because she's an
Wow.
alien, and so
I
she
was
had the
like, I
word
don't, I don't
done."
get, I don't get
Okay,
that.
never mind.
Okay,
Tough
gotcha.
crowds,
Yeah.
I guess.
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
My daughter watched Teen Titans, but I didn't watch it enough to get the dialogue of the characters.
It's okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to call back to the other story that we didn't get, which was Brian's iFunk.
Oh,
What's your iPhone?
We don't know.
Did you get
And
pink eye or something?
oh goodness, boy, did I don't even know what it was beyond pink eye. Okay.
What?
Yeah, this was
Pink
at
Eye
the end.
Plus.
We were talking about.
Yeah.
This was at the end of Tony's our discussion on 3D televisions
Yes.
and 3D, and then that led me to, hey, do you want to know or hear a story about when I got like the worst? It was beyond pink eye. It wasn't actually pink eye. It was like some massive infection that sealed both of my eyes shut.
Oh God!
So,
Was
yeah,
it like swollen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you wake up
jeez.
in the morning and your eyes won't open. It was horrible.
Oh jeez.
So for context, not that I'm rolling around in public restrooms, having worked at Universal Studios, this is back when I worked there. There are two attractions that they had at Universal that were 3D attractions. One was Alfred Hitchcock's what was it, like The Experience or whatever. It was like you know who, do you know who Alfred? I hope you know who Alfred Hitchcock
he's the
is,
guy
right?
that did Psycho, right?
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. They had an attraction. It's been since closed down. I believe it's like the Transformers now, where it was. And it was sort of in, an exhibit. You go in and you go into the lobby and you kind of a retrospective on all these Hitchcock films. And then you move into the theater and the birds, or is it just birds? The birds?
The birds.
The birds.
The word is the birds.
Was one of his movies. Have you ever seen The Birds? It's a great
No.
movie. Like these birds terrorize this town. But anyway, you go into the theater and you're watching this 3D, you're watching this movie. And so you put on the 3D glasses, right? And as you're sitting there watching this one movie, then there's like a pecking at the screen. And then, there's this tear. And then all of a sudden in 3D, all these birds come flying out at you and everybody freaks out, right? And then as you are leaving from that area, you move into the next area and you put your 3D glasses. They're the gray ones that are plastic and they're like plastic frames, right?
Yeah.
You put them in a bin. So those bins would then be collected up and put into trays. And then the trays would be brought over to at the time, the newly opened Terminator ride or show that had a very, very cool 3D part to it. So in this brand new attraction, the Terminator attraction, they had in the back of it this massive 3D glasses like washing operation. It was like this big track, and you would literally roll the trays of glass. You'd have to rack the glasses so they were all in trays. So instead of having to, so they'd go through these huge washers and get sanitized and then reused. And so, they dry off and you clean them and they go back out to where people then grab their glasses as they're entering the attraction. Part of your job is, when the crowds are moving to the next theater, you walk through, make sure there's no garbage, you pick things up or whatever. And after I don't know why there was some glasses left in the bins, but there were some that weren't collected up. So I'm guessing I grabbed some glasses that were like left over in the bin, not part of the thing, and must have like thrown them in the tray and then did one of these numbers and then like went and washed my hands.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm guessing that's how it happened. But like the next morning, this eye was like completely swollen shut. And like I went to the eye doctor. My parents were visiting in town too this weekend too. Like it was, I'd been down there for quite a while, and they just happened to be in town that weekend. And yeah, so I rub my eyes, and it's just sealed shut. And so I go to the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, this is really bad." It had then, by the next day, had moved to the other eye.
Oh,
so I had so that's when I woke up, and both eyes were like swollen shut and just gross, like super gross,
engorged. Yeah,
and swollen, and just like that was very
geez.
so. Yeah, I had to go and like.
So
get
here's
these
my
super
question:
expensive eye drops. It was horrible.
So here's my thing was, did you just not wash your face or anything when you got home from work or before?
No, of course I did. Of course I did.
Yeah, it's still.
I
he
really think
touched
it was
him before he washed his hands.
I think it was one of those things where I probably rubbed the corner of my eye, and then obviously hand washing was very much on everybody's mind, and I think most of the time we had gloves on. But this was like me passing through and noticing like, some glasses that were left in the bin that weren't collected, and I just grabbed them, and like it took them back to the other things. But yeah, most of the time, if you were dealing with the glasses, you had gloves on and you definitely washed your hands. But yeah.
No, my thought was that you walked by and you were like, oh, I kind of want to wash like a 3D, Terminator or whatever, and you just found a pair that was unclean, you just like fuck it,
Just threw 'em out? No.
yeah,
No,
These are
that's-
mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like it's real hot outside. Let me just,
No, I've seen both shows hundreds of times. I didn't need to watch it, but yeah. So that was an early pre-pandemic lesson about the importance of washing your hands.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, thanks
But
for
yeah.
that reminder, Tony.
Welcome.
Everybody wanted to hear that gross story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow on the lines of cleanliness. I've just been letting my intrusive thoughts win lately.
Uh-huh.
It's been kind of enjoyable. I just let my brain wander and then voice whatever I'm thinking about, which can be dangerous.
Mhm.
Right. Before you
but-
continue, I just want to know where this is going because we had a Winston pooped his pants story. We had a Brian's got eye goo. Now where are we going with Tony?
I've got one that I'll save. It's
No,
real.
we're here. What's
No, I'm
happening?
sorry, I didn't
Well,
mean to know.
I
I
have
know.
one that I want to follow up with. It's kind of in the
Okay.
same vein here,
I
but
wanna
I
hear
have
yours.
another one that is more inappropriate. But we can get to it today. We can get to it another time. It's written down so I don't forget. I was thinking this. So we've got all of these different cleaners. You've got soap specifically for dishes. You've got hand soap. You've got face soap. You've got your body wash, your shampoo, your conditioner. All just different things to clean.
Mhm.
If the human body is generally covered with hair, not always a lot of hair, but fine hair,
Okay.
what's
Right.
stopping anybody from just washing your whole body with shampoo?
Technically nothing. Nobody's stopping you from doing
Nobody's
that.
stopping you, but why isn't it advertised? They've
Because
got those
we're-
stupid 2-in-1s that
You see, this is Tony's a real free thinker, Brian. He's broken the cycle. He's gotten out of the matrix. Big shampoo can no
big-
longer get
Right, big soap, big shampoo is not fooling me.
yeah.
I think
But they make the 2-in-1s. They're like it's shampoo and body wash. But why
Yeah.
not just make a body soap?
but that's what it is.
Shower
It's,
soap.
it's
Shower
all
soap.
just
There.
one thing. It's when you
Like
go
Dr.
and it-
Bronner's? You ever use Dr. Bronner's?
No, I've
Winston?
never-
that stuff
no,
is high
I've never-
powered. Yeah,
No, what is that?
It's like Castile soap. And
What is
they
that?
he doesn't know what that is either.
I don't know what that is.
it's like a natural soap thing. It's supposed to be really
Oh,
good for
okay.
you.
Okay.
And they tout that you can use it on anything. You can use it to wash your dishes, you can use it to wash your car, you can use it for shampoo, and body
Mouthwash.
wash.
Oh my! What?
Mouthwash, toothpaste, you can clean anything with this stuff.
You can
Yeah.
actually
And
change
a
your
freaking-
car oil with this thing.
Yeah,
Listen, you use the peppermint kind.
The peppermint
It-
cell. Yeah,
The peppermint, it makes your whole body tingle. It's weird. Like you.
that
it's
can't
weird.
be safe. That's so
Well, it's
crazy.
the peppermint oil that's doing that.
Okay.
it's natural.
But you get
peppermint.
out and you feel like your butthole can whistle. You're like that. It's weird. Yeah. It's
It's a minty whistle.
yeah.
Okay, but so where are you
But
going
why
with
isn't
this?
there more stuff like Dr. Bronner's? Dr. Bronner's clean everything. It's soap.
I've got one answer, and it's marketing. It's got to be
Yeah,
marketing.
it's big shampoo,
yeah.
man.
It's Winston
it's big
hit on it.
shampoo
man.
and big hand soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the devil's advocate argument would be that different parts of your body require different
like
strengths of soap.
nutritions and
Your
stuff.
face
too.
may
yeah.
not need a harsh cleanser that your butt needs.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
beard might be
some of it I
softer if I
understand.
use,
A face soap and hair soap. You don't have the same hair everywhere, but it just
But yes,
Yeah.
there was a crazy documentary on Dr. Bronner's. The guy was
No way.
was
he's a
out there. Yeah.
weirdo. Oh,
Yeah,
my
the dude
gosh.
was out there. And if you look at the label, there it's like this.
How do
like,
you spell it?
BRONNER.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like this crazy manifesto scrawled on the bottle. There's just but yeah, there was a
the
documentary on him. And he was
ABCs of
cleanliness.
Dude, this shit said 18 and 1.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. 18, yeah. But yeah, the guy was blind. Or he ended up going blind. But he fully was like, you just wipe your body down with the stuff. You don't even need to shower. You can just this is the only soap you need.
Is he like a hippie type guy? Or?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was-
Definitely.
Dr. Bronner's moral ABCs.
There you go.
Again, I'm going to keep telling them. Stuff You Should Know did a great episode on Dr.
On Dr.
Bronner.
Bronner.
You would think these guys were paying us for all these ad reads.
Well, when they've covered as much as they have for as long as they've had, yeah.
yeah,
I'm convinced though. I've consulted it for our pierogi trivia, but I do believe that a lot of their stuff is sourced from the Uncle John's bathroom reader. I will stand if you need some, and you don't even need to read it in the bathroom, but that is one of the greatest books ever published. A new one comes out every year.
What's it called?
Dr. John's bathroom, or Uncle John's. Yeah,
I was gonna say everybody's a doctor, huh?
Dr. Bronner, Uncle John. He's Uncle John's bathroom reader. Grab
they do source a lot from them.
Yeah, just because that book stumbles upon like weird oddities and interesting stories, and they have them in all different lengths. My wife's like, "Why do you always tell everybody how great the bathroom reader is? They think you're reading in the bathroom all the time." I'm like,
no, I was gonna say Brian is
because it's great.
Brian's not a on the phone type of guy. While he's in the toilet, he just pull out a magazine and reads it. If he doesn't, he start reading the shampoo bottles for all its ingredients.
That's how we used to do it in the olden days, man.
It's like, what's all in this?
You used to keep a magazine rack in the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, that used to be a thing, but I was like, no, I don't think anybody's doing it anymore.
Xanthan gum. Why does my shampoo have xanthan gum?
Red 40.
Yep.
Big shampoo.
Yeah, big shampoo. It all goes back
Got you again.
Yeah, I love big shampoo.
I thought when you said you're not on your phone, I'm like, who are you calling in the bathroom? But then I realized you. But
why aren't you calling people in the bathroom?
I have heard people I've walked into restrooms where people are having conversations. On their phone in the bathroom.
Hold on a second. I gotta drop this deuce.
Maybe at home you could get away with it. You don't, not a public restroom. Get off the phone.
That used to be the sign of the fanciest hotels. I've only been in a couple, but like if you went into the no, not people talking on the phone.
they had car phones in each stall. It's weird.
It's
a payphone. You can put a coin in a coin
and you very often got pink eye from them. Strange.
Here's where we need big shampoo. See, it's all connected.
No, wait. So, what was the sign of being of a fancy hotel?
Oh, there was a phone, corded phone, in the bathroom. Like
for what?
I don't know, man. That was like a thing in the hotels, like back in the day.
Taking private calls during private time.
Yeah, that's fair. Or you guys ever
for 2024?
No, I was gonna say, you guys ever been in like any place ever where there's like a guy that works the counter at the bathroom?
Yes,
I've had it one time and I can't remember where it was.
Weirdly enough, the one time was, and I want to say we were at Myrtle Beach, and we went. My family went to a Planet Hollywood. And there was a bathroom attendant in there.
Yeah.
And I went and came out, and my brother's immediately like, I have to go to the bathroom, because he's like, I got to see this guy.
Yeah.
What a sucky job.
Yeah. So in Orlando,
they get tips for it, actually, Tony. A lot of the time they get tips.
In Orlando, you could not go to the bathroom.
Seeing a lot of tips.
Yeah. You could not go to the bathroom in Orlando in a nightclub that there wasn't a bathroom attendant. It was prevalent.
Yeah, right.
And you wash your hands. They try and give you a towel.
Yeah, they give you a towel. Yeah, they're like, you want some mints? We got colognes.
Cologne. Yeah, man. Like that was. And I ended up working with a guy who worked as a bathroom attendant. I worked with him at Universal, but he was telling me of his time as a bathroom attendant in one of these clubs.
How much tips he get a night?
He said it was actually pretty a decent deal.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you're literally standing in a bathroom for the entire night in a club full of drunk people. Like, no, you couldn't pay me lots and lots of dollars to do that.
Are they trying to like sell you on like, oh, you look like you could use this cologne? Or like,
no.
It's like a one bottle.
You're freshen up before you go talk to the ladies. Here's a mint. Your breath stinks. Wash your hands. Here's some. Here, I mean, there was some even with hair gel. I remember.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
But it was always just weird because like you're in a club, and you're just trying to get in and out of the bathroom, and there's just somebody standing there, and there was always lights. Yeah, that was a mainstay.
So I think I remember now the time that I experienced it was when I was in Vietnam.
Bathroom attendants.
Yes, and so Vietnam sometimes allowed you to smoke in the bathroom because it was the most ventilated part of the building. What I remember was like people would pull out a cigarette and they would like light it for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's also like, why are you inhaling smoke and piss and shit all at the same time? Like that's the worst place to smoke.
If you're inhaling bad stuff, inhale all of it. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. The guy that I knew that worked in one was a weird dude to begin with. Like, I mean,
he wasn't doing it for the money. He was there for it was all passion.
Yep.
I want to make sure every single person washes their hands and comes out of here smelling as fresh as possible.
I don't think that's why he was there, bro.
No,
Is-
no,
He was looking for tips.
yeah.
Not the
He was
monetary
looking
type.
at tips.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. It was, and I remember his name was he went by Johnny. It wasn't John. He was Johnny, and he was like
Johnny.
He was
Johnny's
like
looking at Johnson's. We know what's going on.
Exactly.
Johnny see a guy finish pissing and goes, "I like your cut."
Good. Let me
You
shake that.
circumcised?
Let me shake that for you.
Oh man.
You said lighting
Let it-
lighting in the bathroom, and I was just like, it just immediately made me think, have you ever lit a fart?
No,
It's one of those. It's one of
That's a
those like
real
movie
thing.
or TV things.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
anybody that's
What
ever
is
done
Tony's free thinking getting him into? Man? This is
Listen, and I'm not
weird.
drinking tonight.
Yeah, I
but
know. I know.
It's the end of the year. We're doing
Cheers,
whatever
cheers,
we
big
want.
by the way.
Big fart's gonna get to us.
I had to ask. You know,
it's
it's
Georgia
it's
natural
guys, and
gas.
it's just
That's
like
who it is.
it's things you saw in the movies, and I just went, anybody?
Yes.
who's doing
Oh, see,
this?
too bad it wasn't like we'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Georgia Natural Gas. Have you locked in your rate for this year?
Yeah, no, but it's true. I am curious. Does it work? Is that like, can we snope this? Like, is that
I think
something?
you can, but I think it's super dangerous because
Yeah,
I
because
think
it goes
I
backwards, right?
think so. Yeah.
While you're looking that up, you mentioned not Hard Rock Cafe, Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood.
I saw an article today or yesterday about Gen Z's it was millennials / Gen Z's obsession with the remaining rainforest cafes.
Oh my God,
Oh.
yes. I don't know. Okay, I've never been that guy. Like, I've never like, oh, I gotta go to a rainforest cafe. But I know somebody who flew from Colorado to Minnesota at the Mall of America,
America.
just to go to the rainforest cafe, and I
That's
don't
sad.
understand it. I think
That's
it's
very
so
sad.
weird. Yes, it is.
Okay, so
Um,
the most likely person to go to a rainforest cafe would be Tony.
I was just gonna say, there's one at the entrance to Disney's Animal Kingdom.
There,
I've not eaten
is
there,
that where
but
it
I've
is now?
been
It's
through.
not.
Don't they
It's
have-
not at Disney Springs.
I was gonna say they have one at Disney Spring, right?
I believe that one is a T-Rex cafe owned by the same
Oh.
company, but themed slightly differently.
You're right. They changed it. It used to be a rainforest cafe, which is
It-
when I ate there.
Okay.
So I've been to one back in their initial heyday, but apparently there's like 19 remaining. But of course, the internet and TikTok, like somebody's filmed it and it's all its cheesiness.
Okay,
and
so explain to me like what's so interesting about it? Like I don't
nothing.
The interior.
It's themed.
Yeah.
That's it. You have some animatronic dinosaurs.
that's
And
dumb.
you've got cheesy menu names like probably the Stegosaurus burger or whatever.
Right.
Flintstones might have a copyright trade claim on that, but
Just a quick follow-up. Rainforest Cafe Disney Spring is still Rainforest Cafe and it's not a T-Rex theme
Oh, is it?
from what
Okay.
it seemed like. Yeah. It has the volcano and everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
that does
that's
shoot
what-
flames out of it.
that's and then a meteorite comes and then that's when they close
Yeah.
for the night. But yeah, no, I've been to that one. So I thought Tony, you may had been to that one.
I've been to one in the past. I couldn't tell you where. It may have been one on Disney property, but
I guess a lot of them closed down, but I guess now they're getting, there's interest because they are like very kitschy and like it's not that cool. I mean, back in the 90s, it was kind of cool because it was like, oh, we're in a rainforest cafe and it was just atmosphere. That wasn't like there was anything amazing there. But then,
Right.
yeah, that was in the era of Planet Hollywood, which was also at Disney Springs, formerly Pleasure Island. I never went in. I think I went in there, but I don't think
I still
we
don't
ever
know
ate
what a
there.
Planet Hollywood is, and we've talked about it so many times on this
We have?
podcast. Yes,
Planet-
multiple times, and it's
No.
always revolve around Tony's trip down to Orlando.
I
as
think
a
you're
child.
on a different podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
Because then we'd have to talk about Hard Rock Cafe. Like when I was in junior high, Hard Rock Cafe was like cool. That was a cool
Yeah.
place to go. And there was
I
one in
went,
downtown Chicago that was, cool. And there's one in Atlanta I haven't been to, but it was like
So-
a neat place to go. But does anybody care about those anymore?
Not so much. It was because they'd be overcharging. That's why.
well, where Hard Rock Cafe is all about rock music, like you go in and there's like rock and roll memorabilia and
Mhm.
stuff on the wall. Planet Hollywood was meant to be the same thing, but for movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually started by, I had to look it up to make sure I was right. Launched
Bruce
in
Willis?
1991, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, Demi Moore, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh wow.
And then they had a bunch of other celebrity endorsements that gave like stuff from private collections. You had Whoopi Goldberg, John Claude Van Damme, Cindy Crawford, Tom Arnold, Wesley Snipes. Like there's a list of people here.
Yeah, so instead of
Right.
seeing somebody's guitar, you go in and see, somebody's leather jacket that they wore in this movie or whatever.
Like Schwarzenegger's leather jacket from The Terminator.
there you
Oh,
go.
no way.
Yeah,
Way
and
to
it's
go
just
with
in the
through
restaurant.
thread, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
but-
about Mrs. Freeze's suit from Batman and Robin?
Could be.
Might have been closed by then. They
Oh.
didn't. The one on Disney property was like a huge globe.
Well, you want to talk about things that are going by the wayside. Wikipedia is telling me that there are 4 Planet Hollywoods left.
Really? We're at.
I'm surprised there's even 4.
Oh, there's
There's
one in
one-
Orlando.
There's one at LA International Airport. There's one in Las Vegas. There's one in New York City.
Oh, no
Time-
way. Wait,
Times
really?
Square.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
There
now.
is
I have to go.
one at Disney Springs
Mhm.
There you
in
go.
Orlando, and apparently
That one's
there's a
still
5th
alive.
one. Apparently there's a 5th one in Doha, Qatar.
Planet Hollywood at Broadway is permanently closed. And I'm so mad because it's a block away from the hotel I just saw.
So apparently the Broadway one's closed. Wikipedia again telling me New York City Times Square opening 2024.
Huh.
Opening,
Okay.
huh? Oh, that's funny.
It's-
This was a relic of the 90s.
2024 is not over.
Right. You
Um,
gotta-
Maybe shelved though. Who knows?
yeah, that's a thing, and but it ended up not being a sustainable business. I guess nobody cared.
No.
Yeah, I think we're at that, like, we're in the age where, like, celebrity worship kind of gone out the window. Well, like, don't get me wrong.
Shoot, now we can see what they do in their house. Like, who cares?
Exactly, like,
Oh yeah,
all the time.
There was a bunch of spin-off ones. There was official All-Star Cafe was from 95 to 2007. Sounds like it was sports memorabilia. Chefs of the World that showed off celebrity chefs. Planet
Rise of Food
Movies
Network.
by AMC that had like actual movie theater in it. Sound Republic was a music themed restaurant chain, which was joint venture with MTV. And there was a very, very short lived Marvel Mania restaurant.
that sounds
that it?
crazy.
where was that?
I'm not seeing a lot of information about it here. It looks like it's sort of first location was in 1998 near Universal Studios, with Marvel being a co-owner with Universal Hollywood. Planet Hollywood had financial problems due to expanding too quickly and had to close it. It only lasted from 98 to 99.
The Hard Rock Cafe. I wonder who goes to that still. I mean, that was a cool thing to go to in
Very,
Chicago.
very, very old guys and their sugar baby. That's the only thing I can think of about anyone that's still got a Hard Rock Cafe.
There's one downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, I
There's-
pass it often, and I just
Yeah.
wonder. Yeah, I wonder if how many
There's
people are going
one
in
at
there.
Myrtle Beach that I've been to. I think
That's
it's
the
the
one
one
I
that's
went
shaped
to.
like a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good pulled pork sandwich.
It's expensive, but yes.
It's expensive as crap, but yeah.
They had one in Nashville. We walked down to it, but we did not go inside. We did not go inside. Or I think we did
Chats.
pop inside, but we didn't go in and have dinner or lunch.
Chat saying the World in New York was a WWF themed restaurant.
Really?
Well, yeah, Winston. An additional thing I would have told you if you were headed to Chicago downtown.
To go
you have
see
a-
the Bears.
the
No,
Bears,
sorry.
and you had
The
you had
Bear.
the Rock and Roll McDonald's, which was cool. And then right around the corner from that was a restaurant that we used to love to go to called Ed DeBevick's. And the
Uh-huh.
whole thing, it was like 50s diner vibe, where like the servers were like rude to you.
Oh
And,
gosh.
like, they'd have an attitude, and like it
I
was-
walk in and they just go full racist because I'm
Yeah.
Asian. Yeah, we don't serve your kind around here. Wow,
No,
this
I think
place
it
is
was-
real immersive. Get out. Oh wow.
Man, you got a table in the back of the kitchen by the
Yeah,
dumpsters.
exactly.
Man, this place is cool.
Here you go. Yeah. The World was a New York City leased the Paramount Theater building.
We
Lasted
touched on
from
wrestling, Winston. We couldn't get past the
yeah, I was like,
lasted from 99 to 2003. Now, I didn't bring it up. I didn't know about it.
Chad brought it up.
Chat brought it up.
Hey, thanks,
Yeah.
Chat.
Wait, Brian, what was that place called? The 50 Diners one?
the racist cafe.
Yeah,
Ed DeBevick's. I don't know how you spell DeBevick's, but just
I
think
found it.
DeBears DeBevick. There you go.
the Bears.
We loved like that place. When in it,
It looks solid, man.
It was
looks
awesome. It was
yeah.
awesome, and they had like these like you'd always finish off the meal with like they had these little mini milkshakes that was like
Yeah.
a shot glass that they would do like a little sundae in.
Man, they do a
Um,
giant glizzy on the plate. Like, it's kind
Is
of
that what they call it?
No, but like that's why I called it. It's like I'm looking at it here. It's like
Glizzy on a plate.
It's 2 hot dog buns and a giant glizzy in the middle with
Is that what everybody calls them?
That's what I call them.
No, if I start asking people, do most people know what glizzies are?
No, they're gonna think it's penises. Like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So we are talking hot dogs still. Gotcha.
Yes, we are, but we are talking hot dogs. But it looks.
I don't know what he's looking at.
Do not share your screen.
It's a glizzy on 2 hot dog buns
Covered in mustard. I'm following. It's
next to a giant pickle.
And some racist servers. Awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
Go there. Check it out. I highly recommend.
He's just watching Lemon Party. It's
no, literally,
the
yeah.
wrong site.
No, this place looks super cool, Brian. Is it good though?
It's awesome. I loved it. That was
okay.
Anytime we went down there, I would always want to go there. That place. But you're not. We'll save your Chicago recommendations for another day.
Are they giant Chicago dogs? Is that what it is?
That's what it looks like.
Like a poppy seed bun, and
I was gonna say, yeah. How do you know? Yeah, and the neon green, the relish. That's
yeah. That's what I just saw. It looked disgusting. I thought it was cilantros at first.
I love a good hot dog. I can't get behind a Chicago dog.
What is it? The poppy seed? Is it the green relish? Is it
it's the relish
pickle?
It's the accent.
Well, that would be the relish. I think it's a pepper on there, isn't it?
Probably.
They have a sliced tomato on it for some reason.
See, I was
you got
never
yellow mustard, sweet pickle relish, chopped white onions, tomato slice, dill pickle spear. Now, you're right. Pickled sport peppers and celery salt.
Oh God!
Like there's so much. I can do the onion. I could do the mustard. The rest of it, I'm not a big relish guy, but like the rest of it doesn't belong on a hot dog.
Yeah.
So. Right, my gripe with this place is I've been scrolling for like 5 minutes here. They don't serve Coca-Cola with ice cream in it, like the old-fashioned way.
Coke float?
Yeah, a Coke float. They don't do that.
They have a root beer float. I don't know. I've been there in years.
I don't see it. They look like they serve milkshake, which is cool because it's one of those type of thing where they make too much milkshake. After pouring into the cup, they gave you the like blender cup too. So you get like 2 portions. Yeah. So I think that's pretty sick. But
I would put that if you ever do make it there, I would definitely on Brian's unofficial Chicago tour. I would definitely make that a stop.
I walk in and the person that greets me at the door is Marky Mark.
That's Boston. I know. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. He's everywhere. He just locates anywhere that Vietnamese people aren't welcome. It just shows up. He teleports.
I think there's probably a Wahlburgers in downtown Chicago, so he's got his own restaurant to steer. You got his restaurant to steer clear of. I don't think he'll be showing up at Ed DeBevick's.
Right. But no, I would totally go to Ed DeBevick's just to see what it's like. I always loved these type of places.
Yeah, that was a favorite when we would go downtown. I'm not a super good Chicago tour guide because we only.
What do you call people from Chicago? Like Chicago? What do you call them? Is there a term?
So on the Indiana side, which is where I hail from, they were known as region rats.
Region rats?
Because that's the region, but you weren't in Chicago. So I think they're Chicagoans. I think that's
Chicagoans?
Chicagoans, yeah. But if you're on the Indiana side along that area, that's the region. Is region rats.
Is there okay, so before I say what
don't go calling people region rats though. I don't know that you can.
Is it a derogatory term? Is that why?
Interestingly enough, when we went up there for one of my high school reunions, somebody introduced themselves to my wife as a region rat, and they kind of said it proudly, which I thought was kind of weird. I would never want to be known as that, but
right.
So that was very strange.
Right. Okay. So before that, though, before I move on to my next point, is there a term for people from PA?
Pennsylvanians.
That's it.
What people from Pennsylvania are called.
No, I just didn't know if there was like a different term. That's all. No, I'm
really
just curious. Okay, so here's
what
my
is Pennsylvania, the Keystone State?
It is, yes.
You're not like Keystoners.
Yeah, I was gonna say
no. Like I think, is it? Where are Sooners from?
Texas, right?
No, it's a Midwest state.
While you look that up, Tony, I was gonna say I was watching Family Guy earlier. They would,
of course.
they were making fun of Philadelphia. They were like, Philadelphia is known as the northmost hillbilly town ever in the U.S. or whatever. Like
Philadelphia sucks, man. It's awful.
Yeah.
Sooners are from
the city of brotherly love.
I was gonna say that doesn't make any sense.
Seems like a huge misnomer.
Oh no, my girlfriend was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Philly?" I was like, "For what?"
No, no, I do not.
For what? What is there?
I value my life.
That's it.
And I have good taste. We're staying out of that city.
we talked about the hitchhiking bot, right?
Yeah.
Like the
He
fact
made
that-
it to Philadelphia and it got disassembled.
but
Made
the
it the
fact was
entire width of
all of
Canada.
Europe, all of Canada got to the US, made it to Philadelphia, and was dead.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
No, so I was gonna ask though, like as for you guys, how do you guys feel about what's that restaurant? It's the you can get like a Chicago beef sandwich thing. What is that place called? Portillo's. How do you guys feel about Portillo's? I know I think Tony really liked it, but
I haven't gone. I would like to go.
Wait, I thought you've been to a Portillo at least once.
I know where there is a Portillo's, but
Portillo's in Orlando. You guys were
Correct.
telling me about the Portillo's in Orlando.
Yes, but you haven't had Portillo's, Tony?
I've not. Nope.
Really? I don't know why I thought you said you did, but okay.
Okay, we'll add. Maybe I was carrying on about it, but yes, I would add that to my unofficial Chicago tour list. A stop. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
But yes, the beef sandwiches, amazing.
So okay, Brian, do you get the extra wet, like
What are
extra
your- what-
wet beef sandwich?
I forget what the SOG levels are, but yes, you do get it.
Drench.
I know I go whatever the middle SOG level is, not fully like not super soaked, but whatever the middle one is. Absolutely delicious.
It's
Their
so
hot
good.
dogs are good too, but I mean, there's no point to get a hot dog if you're going to a Portillo's. You get a beef sandwich.
Right. But Tony, they do a cake shake. Like they throw a slice of cake inside your shake.
Oh my gosh, let me
I'm
tell
looking at this right now.
I've got a
Yeah.
story about said cake shake. Man, I don't
Okay,
think I've
I'm trying to find the SOG levels for us.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking up to. Wait, Brian, is it the Italian beef or the big beef? Because those are two different ones.
the Italian beef.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to have anything else. So the cake milkshake.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you there's a whole lot of cake in that milkshake. How do I know? We went up to Chicago to visit my family for the holidays a couple years ago. Rented a car because it's a long trip. It's like an 11 and a half, 12-hour drive up there, and we wanted to be comfortable. So we rented a car.
Right.
We had a nice I was traveling a lot at the time, and I was actually able to get an upgrade into a nice SUV. And so we're traveling up there. We go to Portillo's, as a matter of fact, and we eat dinner there, and my daughters want to order a milkshake. They order the cake milkshake. Well, we got to get on to our next stop. So we leave Portillo's, we get into the very nice rental car, and my daughter is like putting her straw into the milkshake and jams it through the bottom of the milkshake, which then spills out all over the car.
God.
All over the rental car.
It's the equivalent, Winston, of putting your straw through your Capri Sun top.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
It's the same
Absolutely,
thing.
yeah.
It's just
But
such
at least-
disappointment.
Right, but at least with the Capri Sun, it just goes out to the back and nothing's leaking out of it. In this case,
Just
I'm
blew
assuming
out the
right,
whole
it's-
damn bottle
Oh my
of
god!
it was actually a brownie milkshake and had
Fuck.
so many brownie chunks.
Oh
so
my god!
In addition to this, so that's not bad enough. It's like sleeting sideways outside. Like it is coming down, but it's actually going horizontally across
I
the
hate
sky,
that.
pelting you in the side of the face. And we had to go to Target and buy some new clothes because my daughter's, everything.
She's covered in.
Yeah,
the
we'd already
shake.
dropped off our luggage, so now she's, her
Oh,
pants have the
jeez.
entire brownie milkshake all over it. So we went.
Oh.
It was the thing. So I will say though, the
Mhm.
milkshakes did look delicious. I spent a lot of time
As it was-
cleaning them out of the seat. Very, very full of chunks.
I found our wet levels.
Yeah.
Sog levels. Sog levels.
So-
Stock levels.
It's levels of gravy is what they're calling it.
Gravy.
You can get a side of gravy. It says if you're not going to eat the whole thing right away.
But it's not
preferred.
gravy. It's sauce. It's more like a French dip.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm telling you what they're saying. So
No,
you
I
can
believe
get it,
you. I'm just clarifying though for
dry, where they use to say, this is their words. We wring as much gravy from the beef as possible. It is just there like it's a wash rag. And
Yeah.
it's freaking. You can get extra gravy where it's splashed with extra gravy.
That's so funny.
Easy dipped where it's submerged for just 1 second, or dipped where it's submerged in the gravy for a few seconds.
I think I'm the quick
The 1 second guy?
dip? It's the
Easy
quick dip.
dipped.
Easy dip.
Mm.
Yeah, I think
See,
it's
I
an
made
easy
the
dip.
mistake of doing the one where they dipped it for a few seconds
Yeah.
because you get it wrapped right, and the whole paper is wet.
Yeah. That
hate
you can
it.
only
It
eat if you're gonna
becomes-
put it down and eat it with a fork. Yeah.
Dip
Yeah.
sounds awesome. It's now a fork and knife sandwich.
Yeah.
That's what I hate.
It's not a pick and up.
But but it's so good. You gotta find the one edge where the chef himself was holding the bread as they dip it in, so it's real dry.
I think they use tongs. I think I've seen them use. I think they use tongs.
Okay, but there's
no goop scoop action here.
Okay, but all I'm saying is when I ate it, I remember holding like the corner of it and like just dipping it straight down, or like holding it and then like just eating it from that one corner, because that was the best way to do it.
Yeah. It is not it's a messy affair for sure.
Right.
But yeah, those are definitely two stops on to see. Winston's just using us. This is going to be his travel podcast. We're gonna
he's just getting recommendations.
Yeah, it would have been amazing if I was going to Chicago, but I'm going to New York, so I don't think anybody here can give extra input on that.
No, you're gonna once again attempt to meet your.
I will try to find Joshua Block. I love him. He's my goat.
He's not dead yet.
No, surprisingly.
You're still following him?
No, I do. People always say this, but like occasionally it's always fun to like wake up, check his TikTok to see what he was doing the night before, and then go to work for the whole day and then watch his TikTok to see what he did the entire day while you were at work.
What does he do?
Nothing. That's the best part. He just drinks and go out to the street and yell at people.
Does he have enough followers that this is funding his lifestyle?
Yes, he has enough. He has a decent amount. Let's see. Joshua Blog. TikTok.
Tony, I'm sorry I brought this up. I feel bad for driving this
3.6 million
armpit of the internet.
3.6 million followers, Brian. So
what is it? I want to know what that nets you on a day. Like, if you got 3.6 million people watching what you do, how much cash is that in my mailbox?
Well, he also posts like 15 video a day, so it's just like
does he do ads? Is he endorsing any products?
Yes, sometimes he does, but he also like you can book a tour of the East Village by him. It's like 40.
How much is it?
Let's see. It's that East Village and North Brooklyn tour by World T-shirt.
It's like, here's where I passed out once. I didn't wake up for a day and a half.
It's $30, Brian. It's only $30. It's $30 for the experience. And wow, he has one for 9 p.m. on the day I land.
9 p.m. the nighttime tour.
Yeah.
I'm sure your girlfriend would love. Let's take a romantic carriage ride around Central Park. No, we're following this drunk dude around Brooklyn.
That's exactly it. But I don't know. I do feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him because he doesn't have parents anymore. I think they passed away when he was at a very young age, and then like him like being autistic and then gaining a very large amount of fame with like a ton of trolls in his life doesn't blend well, essentially.
Okay.
Exactly. But yes, I am excited to go back to New York. I'm going to try to do other stuff that I didn't get to do before, like going to the World Trade Center Memorial. So there's that. I really want to ride the elevator up the new tower because apparently, I don't know if you guys seen it, but they have a screen inside the elevator. So as you go up, you get like this VR type experience, Brian, where you show how like the building was built and everything.
Cool.
It's really, I have done that. It's neat.
Oh, really?
It starts at like the beginning of New York. And as you go up, you see the progress of New York City.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
It is the World Trade Center, right? It's not One
America Tower.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah, now. Right. But it's not like the Empire State Building, right? Because I didn't pay for the Empire State Building tour. That was garbage. No. They wanted $120 to go up to the top floor. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's expensive.
Yeah, they're all trying to recreate, what was that movie?
King Kong?
No, there's a movie.
Yes, that one.
Yes, they're all trying to recreate King Kong. What is it? Is it You've Got Mail? Is that the movie? There's a movie where he did. Oh gosh, Tony, do
you know what that phrase is from?
You've got AOL. Mail. Yeah, AOL mailing system. I know that because I watched Bruce Almighty.
All your knowledge is tangential. It's insane.
I'm beginning to think that's what they need to do to educate children. Just give them the greatest touchstones in pop culture.
Just put up like Family Guy 24/7 like airtime. I think that will really change this thing.
So there you go. That's what Winston's going to do. He's going to teach a course on Family Guy. Tony's going to have an experimental kitchen where he comes up with things like stovetop croutons. And I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea at all.
What about you, Brian? What are you doing?
How are you making us money?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Everybody get a chip in here. Carry your own weight.
I'm a consultant, right?
Okay. I see.
Right. Okay.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, that is a fake job, man. You're
Right.
just like, I can't take anybody serious who says they're a consultant. How do you say that with a straight face?
We're almost at time here, but I did want to ask. It is our last episode of the year.
Woo!
Our last regular episode of the year.
Right.
We've got best ofs coming up to give us a bit of a break, and it's a good jumping on point for new people, I suppose. I did want to ask. We talked last year about Christmas trends. Usually we talk Halloween trends too, but last year we talked about the little red truck hauling a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And we talked Gay Cardinal Christmas.
And you guys showed me that depressing ass music video where that
we did. Christmas shoes?
Yes.
Haven't heard it yet. Thank goodness.
Oh, so great.
What is this year's trend?
I don't know.
I haven't seen any.
Let me say real quick that we made our guesses, but the Halloween trend that I noticed was more lights. Not a specific theme, not spiderwebs, but actually more orange, purple, and green lights. As like Christmas lights.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. As far as the Christmas trend, one thing also in my neighborhood, everybody's got white lights on their house, just white. We are no longer colorful. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Not me personally. I'm trying to buck that trend by having.
Did you already put up your lights, Frank?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's the one thing I didn't like. I wanted to get a very specific tree. And again, I got it when I was still in an apartment. So I wanted a 6-foot skinny Christmas tree, preferably pre-lit. So I'm already asking for too much. And unfortunately, all of them are just white lights.
Yeah.
There's no I don't understand what the aversion to colored lights on a Christmas tree is, but
I have color lights on mine. The pink lighting
it
that
looks
you're seeing
nice
here. Yeah, that's from it.
Have you seen these? I hope this isn't the trend, but there's just no decorations on a tree. There's a star or something on the top, and then there's just a big bow.
Right. So
Ew,
my daughter was saying that people were referring to, so we have Christmas tree, colored lights, multicolored lights, and all of the ornaments that we've amassed over the years. and she was saying that that's referred to as tacky Christmas rather than your tree with your same ornament, like a very, stylized tree. I'm like, what are you talking about tacky? That's not tacky.
I just think people don't want to be happy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. We have 2 trees. It sounds a little bougie, but
I have 2 trees too. One for my room and one for the living room. Yes.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I guess, that's when trees were getting out of control in price. They were completely dinky due to some drought and all that. So we finally bit the bullet against my wife's wishes and got an artificial tree.
Yeah.
Well, now that trees fairly reasonable for real trees, and we obviously still have the other ones, so now we have 2 trees. We have one in our front room, one in our back room, and we have enough ornaments to cover them both. But last year we took the artificial tree and we put white lights on it and kind of decorate, kind of a decorative tree, and it had no soul, had no feeling, Tony. So I totally get what you're saying. That's like it was sterile.
I can understand sort of not a white light, but like a goldenish light on on a tree. It's a very minimal type thing. Like I like it in the sense that it's like, oh, this is very peaceful looking. But the reason why I got my tree now was because I like the color lights.
Yeah, it's warmer.
I will say that there's a difference between this is a decorative tree and this is the Christmas tree. Like if you're gonna put your ornaments and stuff on it, it's supposed to be fun,
right?
Yeah. I mean, otherwise it's just a prop,
right?
So I'm against pre-lit trees because I always feel like they're gonna go out.
I love it.
There was not nearly enough lights on it anyway, so I wrapped extras on it anyhow.
I wanted to, but I'm looking at my tree now, I'm just like, it's so much work, so I'm like, I'm not going to. It's pretty decent.
Hey, just like a tree, I'm gonna wrap us up.
All right.
So
why would you not like a gift? Why a tree?
Because we're talking trees. You wrap it in lights. Thanks for listening. If you like this, tell a friend. Rate and subscribe wherever you're listening so you don't miss new episodes. Remember, downloads help us more than streams, but we like you anyhow. If you want us to talk about something, you can send us an email at podcastxyzxwhyz@gmail.com. You can show up when we go live and talk to us in chat. You can also visit us on Instagram, YouTube, where you can check out our extra YZ content. we will be having some fun Christmas content coming out soon for you. You can also check us out on our website where we've got our store, Winston's Watch and Listen list. You can find all of that kind of fun stuff at our home of the web, podcastxyz.podbean.com. And with that, we'll see everybody next time.
See you later.
See ya, everybody.